Sup, y'all? A few days ago, I went to Universal Studios, right? And to me, that's kind of like I wouldn't say a big deal, but it's something I never do. One thing about me is I don't really do roller coasters, or I don't really do theme parks. For one, is because I don't really like, being in places where there's a shit ton of people walking around all the time, and it's just kind of annoying. That's understandable. And also, like, I kind it's not exactly motion sickness per se, but it's kind of similar. Let me explain. So every time I go on like roller coasters or let's say an airplane, airplane I go on like every year. I hate the feeling of at least when we're landing, you kind of fall down. Like you feel like you're falling down, or you're when you're going up. Like I don't like that feeling that much, especially in turbulence when you feel like you're falling. I hate that. I hate it so much. And the thing is, right? In the moment I'm fine, but later on I remember that feeling, and when I'm sleeping, right, I kind of think about it, and in a way I kind of feel it, not as like I'm actually like there, but it feels like I'm actually witnessing it again, kind of, not a lot, but it makes me kind of sick in a way. So that's that. And you know, I haven't been to a theme park at this point. Actually, I would do in the lunches trip. I did go to a theme park, but it was like your good old basic one. I went on one ride where you kind of like, the Jurassic Park ride where you kind of go down, you fall all the way down, and then like you get wet. Yeah, so it's like that, but like a shit ton smaller, and you have to scream. And the louder you get, like the more points you get. So that's the only ride I went on, and I'm like, yeah, hell no, screw this, I'm never doing this again. Yeah, what a bitch, right? Am I? Uh, and then after that, I'm like, yeah, I'll go to theme parks. And then Noah invited me to go to Universal, and and I get to skip school. And I'm like, do I want to go? Do I really want to go? Do I really want to go? Cause like, I wouldn't go on any rides, and like, do I really want to go? So I told Noah, you know what? I'll think about it. So in the beginning, I'm like, yeah, I probably won't go. And later on, I said, yeah, I'll go because Taka is coming, Hero's coming, lots of people are coming. I said, yeah. And then like 4 days before, I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna go because ticket prices are expensive. And then 2 days later, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go. And I bought the tickets online, and I decided to go. That was a really good decision, at least for me. That was a really good decision. So when I'm going to Universal, we're supposed to meet these two people that I never really had met before, Joanna and Joselle. More on them, but right now I'm like kind of like I promise to know that I'll ride the rides. Whatever he goes on, I will ride with him. So I did that. On the way, we got on the train. It was rush hour because we were gonna go there as soon as it opened. And oh my god, the people! One of the trains, there were so many people that I had to like my back was bent. So like it was super uncomfortable. And when we got there were a ton of people. I mean, a ton. But oh well, right? I mean, it's Universal. What do you expect? So, and I met Joanna, and Giselle. They're very cool people. Of course, I was awkward in at first, but I slowly kind of grew to them or whatever. So the first ride we went to, actually, I should probably say, the last time I've been to Universal at this point was 7 years ago, and the only thing I remember is going on the indoor Snoopy ride and the Spider-Man one, and I don't remember almost any of it. That's their context, or blah blah blah. And so a lot of things have changed. So while I was walking through, Universal, I was like, oh my gosh, I remember that. Oh wait, yeah, I remember this. Like I was like uncovering memories that I have not uncovered for a while. And the first ride we were gonna go to was a Mario Kart ride. And at this point, I really have barely. seen the Super Mario area, so it's a kind of a new experience for me. And holy crap, I hate Nintendo, but I gotta admit, it was pretty cool looking around and see all these cool little things. It was pretty cool, I gotta admit. So on Mario Kart, like Jordan and Joselle and Noah were like saying, "Oh, yeah, there's a big drop and like, oh, it's like it's really fast." And I'm like, I like fast, but I don't like drops. So I'm like, oh yeah, fast is pretty cool. I'm excited to see the fast part. Holy crap, it was so extremely slow. So we waited like an hour and a half, and during that time, I got to talk to Joselle and Joanna for a lot more. And Joselle, he likes editing, he has a camera, he likes photography, which I love that. And also Joanna, she loves old movies, so that was a huge talking point. And she likes Karate Kid, so that was like a talking point. Like, and yeah, from there we waited, and then, oh well, yeah, I was very disappointed with the ride. However, I will admit it was kind of cool. The AR technology and all that was pretty cool, but nothing special. So after that, yeah, I'm like, I got out. I'm like, okay, this is not too bad. And the next ride was, well, this what I wanted to go on. It wasn't planned, but for nostalgic reasons, I really wanted to go, which is Jaws. I mean, if you're going to Universal, you gotta go on Jaws, right? Right? Am I right, guys? Am I right? Am I right? But yeah, we went on Jaws, and I've been on it before. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy, nothing new. I quite enjoyed it. Hero has never been to Universal, so like I told him like, oh, there's a huge drop. You go inside of you get swallowed by the shark, and then you get spat out, and it's like a huge drop. We all told him that. Yeah, I think it was pretty funny. Ooh, but yeah, that was cool. That was cool. After that, we got hungry. It was almost lunchtime. We are getting pretty hungry, so we decided to go eat this at this place called Nell's Diner. It's like a old retro diner. Uh, yeah, they had like American-sized burgers, and I'm like, ooh, this looks pretty good. It was pretty expensive. However, Noah's mom. The reason why we got invited in the first place is Noah got free tickets because his mom works there, and it was like a special day where like the employees or whoever worked at Universal gets to kind of have this day where like after closing they get to kind of for 3 hours have the park to themselves. Of course, there's still a lot of people, but less than usual. And because of that, because she worked there, we got a 30% discount on everything. And I'm talking food, not tickets, but everything else. So the uh the hell? Sorry, I'm losing my mind here. Yeah, the burgers were really good. So they're like 1,500 yen, which is like what, 15 bucks or so. Not bad at all. Not bad. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. But ooh, the hell is? Yeah, I'm not complaining about that. And then after that, we went on. Actually, we didn't go on, but we went to Waterworld. And actually, I never really been on Waterworld, and so it was pretty cool. I mean, they had a few screw ups, but they were able to kind of like quote save it in a way, if you know what I mean by that. So I think that was pretty cool. So that was that. Um, so after that, we wanted to go on the big boy rides, and this was I wanted to go on this next, kind of. But I mean, a lot of us did too. So we went on Jurassic World Park. I don't know what to call it. Okay, I really don't know what to call it. We want it, and we filmed the video like oh, this is me before Jurassic Park, blah blah blah. Like I wasn't expecting too much. Like I've seen videos on it, like it's not. It's gonna be nothing. and the line got shorter and shorter, and we got closer and closer. So I started to get a little nervous, just a little nervous, but not too much, not too much. And when we had like during the ride, we had like there was like a few small little like faint drops. Joanna was like being over dramatic, well, on purpose, like not like she wasn't actually being scared. But yeah, it was funny. It was funny. But when the actual main drop came, I'm like, ooh, here it comes. It was scary. It was pretty scary. However, it was so cool. I got wet and my skin started burning because I think the water was chlorine, but I'm not exactly sure. But it was cool. It was pretty cool. I liked the ride. And I like Jurassic World, so or Jurassic Park or whatever you want to call it. The next one we went was Harry Potter. Now, even though Harry Potter has been there for a while, I never actually, in my memory at least, have never been to the Harry Potter area. I have never seen it before. Well, at least with my eyes in real life. So when I went there, I'm like, oh my god, this is really cool. It was really cool. And I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan, but again, it was really cool. And so we went on Harry Potter: The Forbidden Journey. It's the ride notorious for constantly kind of stopping. I'm like, yeah, it's no problem. And while waiting in line, I'm like, Manoa's mom told me, oh, do you get car sick easily? I'm like, yeah. Then you should like, if you get sick, close your eyes. So I'm like, oh, okay, got it. And Noah and Giselle explained to me, yeah, so you go kind of upside, you kind of go upside down. I'm like, excuse me. So from that point on, I'll start to crap my pants, alright? But I'm like, yeah, okay, it'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. And then I saw on so there's like a monitor or like a screen thing that shows what the ride kind of like looks like and what you'll be in store of. Yeah, oh my god. I can't describe it, but it will look very scary. Now, when I went on it, I found that it was like all indoor. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be sick. I don't know why, but I really like indoor rides. I don't know, they give a sense of comfort. And you know what? The ride was my favorite. In some ways, it was kind of scary, but not to the point where like I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm fearing for my life scary, if you know what I mean by that. Like I enjoyed it quite a bit, and like the uh what was it? The motion was kind of nice. It wasn't too crazy, but to the point where it was funny. Not fun, no, not funny, fun. And then at this point, I had my throat has not really been used for screaming yet. For Jurassic Park, I was completely silent for all the with the drop. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use my voice. So the entire time I was doing this. Here's an example. Harry, do something, you piece of shit! Harry! Potter boy, Ginger boy, do something! The Dementors are right there! Hurry up, do something! Useless Potter, you killed Voldemort, you gotta do something about this! I was doing that along the lines of that the entire time because I wanted to have some fun, okay? And I like screaming. I really like screaming. I didn't swear at all. I swear at all though. I did not swear that much. I mean, not that much, but I just didn't. But it was quite fun. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Um, Hero was a little bit scared. I think I'm not 100% on that, but he said it was like pretty scary or something. Which I can't blame him. I mean, yeah, I can't blame him. And the next one we went on was it was kind of a request from my close friend Lulu, as she's been mentioned before. She said, "Go on Space Fantasy." I'm like, sure. Like we were supposed to go on it before Jaws, but we never did. We kind of forgot about it, so it was kind of like a reminder. And I'm like, she's like, go to Space Fantasy. I'm like, okay, promise will be fulfilled. That was the scariest ride I have ever been on. Holy crap! You were constantly spinning. Uh, you were like spinning left and right. I mean, you were going up and down. It was horrifying. However, though, at the time it was super scary because I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be cool, pretty cool, like nothing crazy. Yeah, I was so wrong. I was really wrong. So I was spinning around and okay. Looking back, it was probably the scariest ride, but it was one of the most fun. So I rated it as number two. And after that, the whole plan was to kind of work our way up and go on the Hollywood Dream, which is considered one of the scariest rides. Of course, we have Flying Dinosaur in Jurassic Park, but that was uh, under maintenance. And a fun fact: after Harry Potter Forbidden Journey, we were supposed to go to Hollywood Dream. We went there, and it was under maintenance. And me and Joselle, we both aren't the biggest fans of, well, at least I'm assuming, aren't the biggest of fans of roller coasters. So we started celebrating, dapping up each other, hugging. I mean, we were like celebrating. And so we went to Club Z, that's what it's called now, Space Fantasy. And after that, after Space Fantasy, it was like, okay, they're like, no, it's like, okay, now we go to Hollywood Dream. So at this point, I'm kind of praying a little bit because I was like, my gut says I'm not ready. All right. But Noah said, "Oh, you went on Jurassic Park, and if you think that's nothing, this is gonna be nothing." There were like multiple different drops, and I do not like drops, man, especially if it's multiple. And for Jurassic Park, it kept getting steeper and steeper and steeper. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. And then we arrived, and it said something along the lines of, "It's like ride shut down. It's done." Because we were like really, really on the it was like 30 minutes before the whole park closed. So we didn't go on it. And me and Joselle were celebrating even more this time. And after that, we're like, what should we do now? And I'm like, for necessary reasons, can we go on Snoopy because it's short and it's not too long of a wait? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And so we went on Snoopy. They changed a little. They actually changed Snoopy a little bit. But I'm not really complaining. I'm not really complaining. That's nothing. After Snoopy, we went to the gift shop, and Hero got a few things, and that was it. And you know what? I'm really happy I went. For one, it was a good experience, and for one, I would definitely go again. I'm still not really sure about going on Hollywood Dream, but I had fun. Giselle and Joanna were incredibly cool people. I want to hang out with them again. And yeah. Oh, by the way, afterwards, when me, Hiro, and Joanna and Giselle left, Noah and Taka and his mom stayed because, well, they have the little pass thingy, and they went on Hollywood Dream. They went on Space Fantasy multiple times apparently, and yeah, they had fun too. But yeah, overall, probably in this year, I think it's probably one of the most fun days of the entire year so far. So Noah, you're probably watching this. Thank you, thank you for inviting me. And Lulu, I don't know if you're watching this, but if you are, thank you for reminding us about Space Fantasy because I'm so glad I went on that ride. I'm very, very glad. Yeah, that's all I got to say. Bye bye.